Hello, Heritage Soul family. I'm Tim Pilichowski. I'm an elder at HCC, and I play with the music ministry. And I want to wish you a happy Lent and also share some thoughts about a movie, Jesus of Nazareth, directed by Franco Zeffirelli. My wife Sharon and I like to watch the birth scenes around Christmas time. And then in Lent and Easter, we watch the Passion and resurrection scenes. But the part of the movie I want to talk about happens earlier. It's right at the beginning of Jesus' ministry, and it takes place when Andrew, who has listened to Jesus and decided that he must be the Messiah, is so excited he runs to tell his brother Simon, later to be called Peter. And Simon is intrigued enough that he goes to meet Jesus and himself decides to be a disciple. But then something happens. Jesus not only talks to Matthew, the tax collector, but invites himself to dinner at Matthew's house. And Matthew has a big party to celebrate. Simon can't handle this. A tax collector is so obviously a sinner, and he's Simon's enemy, he cannot understand how Jesus could spend time with such a person. So he leaves. He goes down to the shore, gets into his boat, wraps a blanket around himself, and tries to sleep. But he can't fall asleep. He has too many thoughts in his head. He's too troubled by all of this. And in addition, he still is attracted to Jesus, and he hears the sounds of the party, so he goes to Matthew's house and stands in the doorway. He doesn't go inside, he just stands there and listens. When Jesus notices Simon standing in the doorway, he tells the story of the prodigal son, the younger brother, who takes his inheritance, spends it unwisely, and when he has nothing left, comes back home. The father is so glad to see him, he runs to him with open arms, orders the servants to kill the fatted calf, and throws a big party to celebrate. The older brother, when he finds out what's going on, is angered. He refuses to even go inside the house. So the father has to come out and talk to him. And the father explains, we have to celebrate. Your younger brother, who was lost, is now found. Who was dead is now alive. And it's at this point in the movie that Simon looks at Jesus, and he has tears in his eyes and says, "Forgive me, I am a sinful man." All too often in my life, I've been the older brother. I've been envious and jealous of what other people have that I don't have. I wonder why someone who is so obviously a sinner could get forgiveness just like me, because, well, I try to do everything right, and I know that I fail, but it's not as bad as all that. But the reality is that we all have sinned. And I have to make the same confession that Peter did in the movie. Lord, I am a sinful man. There's nothing that I can do to earn God's grace. There's nothing that I can be or that I can accomplish to earn the gift of salvation. That's freely given by God, just because God loves me. So it's like the psalmist says in Psalm 116, "What shall I return to the Lord for all his goodness to me? I will lift up the cup of salvation and call upon the name of the Lord."